Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys. Um, Talking about this week's manga chapter of My Hero Academia. I'm not really going to talk about last week's manga chapter because, to be honest, nothing honestly really happened other than outside the awakening of Kurogiri at the end of the chapter, which starts off this chapter. Pretty much last week's chapter is just the rating crowd realizing what they've done was wrong and the reasons why they kind of did it and everything. But other than that, nothing else really happened from last week's chapter. But this week's chapter, holy shit, man. Things are getting freaking crazy, and now things are absolutely getting turned upside down now that Kurogiri is now back up. Anyways, I'm back with another manga chapter review. Again, if you're wondering why I didn't do a manga chapter review last week, was because I actually, and if you don't know, if you actually watch my My Hero Academia anime episode review, I explained that. But long story short, I ended up coming down with a freaking sick bug, which ended up actually being COVID. So I was pretty much out the entire week because of COVID. Tested yesterday, tested negative, so I'm good to go. And like I said yesterday, things are gonna be back to going back to normal. So this week has strictly been catching up on animes and reviewing them. So yeah, so right now this has kind of been my catch up for missing everything. I already did that for the anime for My Hero Academia. I have to do it for One Piece, Chainsaw Man, and Bleach. And then I also have to do it for More Than a Married Couple, which I'm actually, after I record this, I'm going to rewatch the episodes and then come on record the video for that show. But anyways, this is chapter set 374 titled Butterfly Effect. So obviously the thing is Kurogiri reawakened, but this time it isn't Shirakumo's name, it's Kurogiri. So yeah. Now we start the chat. Now we see that, and the chapter cuts over the United States of America and Washington State, USA. And I'm guessing now all of a sudden everybody's been simping this news lady reporter. She's like the next, I guess, hottest female My Hero Academia character people have been seeing. And pretty much she goes on to say that there's like massive cumulonimbus clouds that are getting started up that were over Japan, and now they're continues to grow because of it. Now that's because of the effect of the heat spikes thanks to Dabi, Endeavor, and Todoroki, Shoto, and everything. And pretty much the thing is, those clouds are vastly going potentially could impact the United States and everything. Now, the one interesting thing this news lady goes on to say is it that the fate of our superpowered society, which began with a single glowing baby to descend into the utter chaos, the power of a single man can change the world? And pretty much she's going off on a tangent when she's not supposed to say that. She's going off the script. And she goes on to say, I stand firmly opposed to the government's decision, no, the world's decision to pander to all for one. So we found out this news lady, pretty much saying, no, I wholeheartedly refuse to stand by and have the government pretty much suck dick to all for one just so they can preserve some sort of whatever peace they have. Nothing, she knows things are more than likely not going to get better if if the world just sucks, pretty much bows out to all for one and everything. Whatever. The news people cut her off, they get her to commercial. We cut back to Camino Ward, and we see how Dobby's just going off the end now. We see how Ida's like, listen, Todoroki, you need to come back. You're gonna get burned. You can't engage him again because you're already at your freaking limit, man, and everything. And pretty much Todoroki, he's screaming out saying, we've hit our limits and then some, and we gave everything. But he's not the only one down. He's still standing. And pretty much we see Dabi, who is pretty much at this point a burning zombie right now. Like, this dude is practically a burning zombie. Like, the fact this guy is still alive, I have no fucking clue. But we find out he's like pretty much on his last limb because he's pretty much burning out and he's gonna probably just pretty much turn into ashes at any time. So anyways, Dabi goes on to say, even though I share our father's blood, only Toya is able to keep, or that's what Todoroki goes on to say. Now Dabi goes on to say, dear old dad's a Gungan. way too far away. They really screwed us up with splitting us up through portals. If I keep duking it out with Shoto in the hopes of bringing Dad a parting gift, then my body won't last. So he ends up flying out, and I guess an attempt to go to the Gungan Mountain area. So yeah, now it's interesting. Now Todoroki screaming back like, "I'm still here. You need to get back here. You don't want to kill me? It looks like you're the one who's only the half-baked one now." All of a sudden, we have it to where Dabi gets an alert, and he says, "Mr. Daddy Issues, I know I said no pestering, but I have fantastic news." And all of a sudden, we see one of Kurogiri's portals open up, and Dabi's going right through it. We cut over to the UA High where now. Interesting thing, what's going on right here is saying, the narrator says at UA High, it's Deku versus All For One, not Shigaraki. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Gonna be interesting. Anyways, because of everything that's going on, the wind is is picking up, and pretty much the thing is, Aizawa and Aizawa says him like, "Are you okay, dude? Are you okay, Monoma?" And Monoma's like, "Dude, this fight's gonna go down in the history books. If there's anything I can freaking do to help, I'm gonna make sure I'm watching this so I can keep that guy from using his quirks and everything." You know, we have Edgeshot who's in the cage, Lemillion, Bakugo, Genus, they're still in there, and then even Deku's in there. He's fighting for all of us, and we gotta I gotta suck her up. I can't whine, I can't cry, I can't complain, so everything. Now, in the meantime, last time we saw this, we did see something was happening to Shigaraki. Now, we see what's going on. Now, apparently we just see Shigaraki, his whole stomach is bloating up, and he looks like a freaking big balloon about to pop. So, I don't know what's going on. Deku, again, it looks like he's about to do some sort of attack, hopefully to finish him off, but I guess we'll see what's going on there. Now, all of a sudden, what happens is we see how one of Kurogiri's portal opens up, and all of a sudden we see President Mike coming right there. We see Kurogiri seeing this, and all of a sudden we see how Aizawa turns back and sees this. Don't know what happens. We cut away. We go back to the Gungan Mountain Villa ruins where it's Endeavor versus All For One. Pretty much All For One, who's there, pretty much in his prime, saying you kept Kurogiri in the dark to help him take immediate action. I planted a micro device in one of Shimura's hands, one of the missing hands of Shigaraki. He goes in and says, yes, Iguchi played his part. All of a sudden, we see the portal open, and pretty much we see Dabi go through this portal, and he's like, "Hi, Dad," and obviously, two more portals open up, and all of a sudden, the next panel is of Twice, two of them, which means we know that Toga used Twice's blood, and it's probably one of the Twices while it's another clone of Twice, and the Twice is like, "Oh, Hawks." Now, in this same panel, one of the Twices is holding Tsuyu's goggles, Froppy's goggles. So I don't know if that means Ochako and Froppy lost their fight against Toga, but I'm guessing we're gonna have to cut there at some point to see what happened. Hopefully that doesn't mean the worst case scenario that Tsuyu died or something else. Hopefully she's still alive. Anyways, the chapter ends off with All For One saying the death of that sad man gave rise to rancor in a young woman's heart. The man who would overrun the world to make good on his grudges gave that female fatale just the tool she needed to bring ruin to you all. Now you got a front row seat, Takumi. Time to learn how it might have turned out if you hadn't made his death your top priority back then. And the chapter ends off with Hawks pretty much screaming out saying, "Kill them right now," which he's referencing the Twices, because Twice, obviously, if he unleashes Sad Man's Parade, he can outnumber the heroes, and he can be a problem. And Hawks knows that we have to kill him. We have to kill Twice So yeah, but very interesting chapter because now everything's turned upside down. The heroes are in big trouble, and I don't know how they're gonna get out of this. I really don't know how they're gonna get out of this. It's gonna be freaking interesting to see how the heroes get out of this, but most of the heroes looked exhausted, tired, pooped out. They pretty much are already at their limit, and the villains look like they got it. And we know Deku's got a time limit with him using the second user's quirk right now. So if Deku fails the time fails to finish off Shigaraki, well then all hope truly is lost. Again, I don't know how the story's gonna end, but it's getting crazy. Man, it's absolutely crazy to see that Twice is now back. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. But really good My Hero Academia manga chapter. There actually is going to be a break, which freaking sucks, man. This chapter was really short. It was only 13 pages. So Horikoshi left us off on a massive cliffhanger. But if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's manga chapter of My Hero Academia, as well as to the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content. Again, I gave my thoughts on yesterday's episode of My Hero Academia, and I honestly did a kind of a quiet rant about everybody in the communities, their overreaction to yesterday's episode. I thought pretty much people in the anime community for My Hero Academia were just shit talking the episode because it wasn't done the way they wanted it to be. And I just make my point pretty much saying, like, you guys overreact to some of these situations. I can see it now. We're gonna get this moment, and anime and people who are manga readers of My Hero Academia may not like the way Studio Bones handles maybe this moment they handled from the manga, which is honest to God a fucking joke that these people, these manga people, when they come to watching the My Hero Academia anime, they take it so damn serious. Like, it isn't that serious. It's just a fucking cartoon. At the end of the day, it's a cartoon. Some of these people act like as if it's their own life. Like, I'm just gonna say this, like, when you watch these animes and these adaptations, especially My Hero Academia, it isn't that serious. If you don't like what you're getting out of the anime adaptation, don't watch the anime. Just go back and read the manga chapters if you enjoy the manga chapters more than the anime. But anyways, that's my thoughts. Again, I get more in-depth thoughts on my opinions on the overreactions of the anime community in terms of My Hero Academia. Episode was great. Don't see any issue with it. I don't know what people are fucking talking about. But it is what it is. Anyways, guys, gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, see you guys later. Peace.